couldn't drink. I'm like, these motherfuckers, yo. I was tight.
I could already see it. Yo, I watched your what is it called? The Boys Club. You and Sean have been doing it. Are you guys gonna turn that into like? I read the comments, and a lot of people are like, "You guys need to turn that into a podcast." What's happening with that?
We have. It's official. We up now. I mean, it's up. We up now. So we on iTunes and everywhere. We all the.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're about to actually. The irony of this whole Instagram thing is we were actually moving the podcast to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to do it on live just to interact on IG live, but that wasn't going to be the main place. So now we're going to take it to we're taking it to YouTube.
Nice. But
yeah,
wait. Oh, well, I guess you could still, because I was going to say, can fans still interact? But I guess when people go live on YouTube, there's still a live chat.
Yeah, you just have to you have to, obviously you want to build your following before you actually make the changeover.
You know what I did?
What?
I got 72,000 subscribers in 72 hours.
How did you get 72,000 subscribers in 72 hours?
I literally just held on. We should probably have this conversation off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it wasn't anything. I didn't have to buy anything. I just made sure that I got with my, Patrice. She's my website manager, but she also does like graphics. So I made sure that she did my YouTube banner. She linked my Apple Music, my Spotify, my SoundCloud, my Twitter, my Facebook, my Instagram. She downloaded TubeBuddy, which is basically, you know how like we have insights on Instagram? It's basically your insights for YouTube. And it shows you like the average watch time, where people pause, where people, you know, were they skipping over the ads? Because I was running paid ads. So it's actually really, really helpful. It shows you like where your biggest following was. So that helped me know like the best posting time. So she added that. She linked everything for me. And then once I had that, then I got to work on strategizing on how to like build the following. But I stored a bunch of content while she was doing that. I was storing content. She linked my website to it. So now everything is like, but to protect myself, this was the time consuming part. Everything got to have a different email. Everything. Yeah. To protect myself, everything has an email. And then I had the website backlinked. So it's basically like doubly encrypted. Same with the YouTube, like it's unhackable. And so there's no one universal email. Like a nigga can't get one and get all. So you got to have everything backlinked like that. And that's for anybody on this live watching this. If you're trying to start a YouTube, you know, make sure you start an Instagram that aligns with that same name. This is also for legal protection, copyright protection, infringement protection. So the Bad Boys Club or the Boys Club, you know, you got an Instagram for the Boys Club, a Twitter for the Boys Club, a Facebook group for the Boys Club, a YouTube for the Boys Club. You got a website for the Boys Club. That's how you legally protect yourself. Have every entity backlinked. Have a separate email for everything. Change them passwords every 30 days. Make sure that your site manager is informing you every time they log in, because the last thing you want to do is get an email, freak out, change shit, and then be locked out your own shit because they the motherfucker with the, you know, they're on your shit as the site manager, you know. So this is just, Rich obviously knows all this stuff, but for anybody who watches us and goes, oh, I want to do this because y'all ask me all the time. I see y'all asking Rich in the comments all the time. That's how you protect yourself legally. If you can't afford to legally like LLC, register, trademark, incorporate, that's how you do it. And it's recognized by the USPTO as a trademark. And then make sure that the day you do that, you send yourself an email, you print that shit out, you send yourself a copy via certified email, and you're in the game until you start generating income and you can afford to legally, you know, register that. But I'm excited for the Boys Club to come to YouTube. I'm excited for them to be on because I like the conversation. I like where y'all are at. I like that y'all are giving a healthy perspective from a man's point of view. I like that y'all include the women. Y'all don't bash the women, but y'all keep it real with the women. I like that.
Why are your followers so nosy?
I don't read the comments for my mental wellness. I don't read the comments.
Okay, good. All right, you good. You shouldn't.
Nah, for my mental health, I gotta read. Just y'all are really excited about the show. Those of you who truly support me, and have been rooting for me to have my. I know you are.
Me and Moniece have sex on her show.
Oh, okay, so I'm on mommy duty. Richard and I have not come together since 2016. But Rich is on the show. Rich and I did have a great conversation. I got to show Rich my house. Yeah, Rich has gotten to see a lot of the like moves I've been making firsthand. I'm really proud of myself.
You are. You should be. You're doing your thing. I'm not even mad at you.
I'm really proud of myself.
I'm actually really, really proud of you. You've been.
Thanks, Richie.
Been doing your thing. You've been doing your thing.
I've been off here just trying to get my mind right. I've been in trauma therapy, keeping up with my grief counseling. I'm in here for y'all are in for a nice rebranding. I'm really excited about the album, the NFT, the book, the show, the food truck. Like I told myself I was touching 1.5 this year.
Might be 2.0.
I'm praying. I'm praying for a New York Times bestseller. Okay, I'm praying to be able to open me up another truck before the new year, and I'm praying that turns into like a cute little storefront. What else do you have going on? What's going on with Love and Hip Hop?
Which one?
Any of them. I don't really. I talk to you. I talk to Tierra. I talk to Nikki. I talk to Jason. I tap in with Brooke and Marcus from time to time. Mm-hmm. Love Bobby. I just saw him at my cousin's Taco Tuesday.
Bobby Lights?
Yeah. But he's like I don't know if he's in LA, but I know he was in town. So he popped into my cousin's Taco Tuesday, but I don't be knowing what's going on.
Well, we have that situation coming up in a couple of months, that reunion situation. Reunion.
Oh, the family reunion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm not on that.
So that'll probably be first, and then I just wrapped Atlanta.
You back in Atlanta?
I wrapped it. Yeah, we finished.
I said you back in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, I did that. Yep.
Okay. Obviously, you can't give it away, so I guess I'll have to tune in for that.
It ain't nothing. It's some regular Love and Hip Hop shit. It ain't nothing crazy. I'll tell you. I mean, it ain't.
So
Richie being Richie, I guess.
So what about New York?
Yo, good question. New York. I mean, Miami's shooting, but I ain't heard nothing about New York and in LA, Hollywood, whatever you want to call it. But yeah. I think Atlanta, they just finished, like, what I shot for them was a B season. So they had already done the A season.
Oh, they did a part, like what y'all were doing in New York before the pandemic.
Yeah. So now, and I think Miami is shooting the B season now. So I don't really know. Honestly, I don't really know what's up with New York and LA. I hope we come back. I hope it's top of the year. I hope we start shooting at the end of the year and come back.
Who's JC3? Yes, we are shooting in Miami. Stay tuned.
I don't know who that nigga is. Who are you?
How was boot
I mean,
camp?
no disrespect. I don't know though. JC3. Maybe I know him off a different name or something, or her.
Yeah, maybe. How was marriage boot camp? How was that?
Good.
I haven't gotten to see any of the episodes, but JP. It's JP.
Did you say who he was?
JP, producer.
Oh, what's up, nigga? I didn't know who that was. I don't be knowing no. Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know the usernames either.
But yeah, boot camp is on now. So So this year started with Family Reunion. Then we did the Lineage, the Legacy. Then now we're doing Boot Camp. Then
that's not Jay. I'm thinking of JC. No, that's a model, and they said they a model and an actor. We thinking of somebody totally different.
Oh, we thought that was a producer nigga that did.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Anyway, moving on. So it started with the Family Reunion.
Then we did the Lineage, the Legacy, which is that African ancestry show that Mona and Stephanie did. You didn't see it?
Mm-mm. I don't watch reality TV at all.
It's not it wasn't a reality show. It was about Ancestry.com.
Oh, I don't.
It was an African ancestry show. It was only like 2 episodes. It was a one-off.
Okay.
And then Boot Camp, and then Family Reunion again, from what I understand. And
yeah, they hit me for Family Reunion, but you know, there's always the issue of with me exclusivity now. There's always, you know, you're not gonna lock me back in. I'll run. I don't care what kind of money you offer me. That's out for me. Just with the position that I'm in over at For Us By Us, having a first look deal, being able to greenlight an EP3 shows and collect a check, EP my own show, NFT, a book, a food truck. Like now I don't need it, and I'm not coming on for no bullshit. You're not gonna lock me down. I don't give a fuck if it's a 6-month exclusivity. It's not gonna happen.
Nah, I don't think. I think on Family Reunion, I think this is a one-off. I don't think this has nothing to do with Love and Hip Hop. I don't.
I know that, but you also know that the network has their favorites, and so they make it hard for some, and then they make it easier for others.
You're not a network favorite, Moniece.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. I was never allowed to do nothing else. How many? I complained to you about this year after year, and you would snap on me like, "Yo, my nigga, why don't you?" And I'm like, "I did that, Rich. That's why I'm calling you for the alternative. I did what you said. It didn't work."
Yo, I think at the time, this is what I think.
I was a fan favorite, but I was not a network favorite.
This is what I think. I think that at the time that you were looking to make moves, I think that the show was they were so entrenched in the show that people can't see the end.
Right.
So now that people can see the end, they can see the end coming. Like, I don't think anybody on this live is dumb. I think we are pretty smart people, right? So when you can start seeing that the end is coming, people start to understand that they can't control you anymore, because now you're starting to witness what's going on, and you're not stupid, and you're starting to see how this is moving. So now it's like, all right, well, if we want her for this, then we have to allow her to do what she needs to do elsewhere, because we are not in a position anymore to provide, or we see the end of the road. And before, when you were trying to do all those things 3-4 years ago, they couldn't see the end of the road because everybody was hot.
Right.
Everybody was like, oh, Love and Hip Hop's never going to end. This is forever. Why would you want to go do anything else? No, we're not letting you go do anything else. This is forever. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood is forever. And now it's like, oh, there's an end of the road. There is an end of the road. They're running away.
You want to know what's crazy? I don't know what anybody else on this live believe in, but I believe in God. And I believe in swift retribution. And I believe when you mishandle people, intentionally mishandle people, I believe that God wastes no time. And I hear a lot of people say, oh, God doesn't play about me. God is sensitive about me. No, God really be sensitive about me. He really be showing up, and he be showing out quickly and on time. And I said, this is going to end. And I have a feeling that the end is near. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do Atlanta real quick. Rich taught me the game, y'all, because I wasn't going to come back. I wasn't going to come back to LA. I was in Atlanta doing my album, having nothing to do. I was having a jolly old time. My exclusivity had finally been reworded. All I had to do was sit till September, and I was done, free and clear. So I didn't want to go back. So y'all came to me and asked me to come to Atlanta, knowing I'm already here. Cool. Count that as 6 out of 7. I'll agree. I'll double down. I'll come right back to Hollywood. Count that as 7 out of 7. I'm out. So when that happened, nobody could foresee the pandemic, right? And God didn't just slow the world down. He stopped the world just in time. Because I low-key lightweight, I was panicking. Like, they're about to blackball me. They're about to start telling because in my mind, I'm like, oh, yeah, now contractually I'm free. But at the same time, they were already running around telling folk I was insubordinate. Oh, you don't want to work with her. Oh, da 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 da. I was told that somebody in a position of power said, I made the mistake with Cardi. I will not make the mistake with Moniece. So it was very clear that I was never going to be let go, unless they had no other choice. So when the pandemic hit, I got a release in my email, and it had been sitting there for a month. I had no idea. I got a phone call like, hey, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And so I say that to say, like, once the pandemic hit and everything was flipped, switched, turned upside down, I was like,
it changed everything. The pandemic made people see the end that they would never have seen had it not come. Like, it made people be like, oh shit, I can't possibly sit down. And where the fuck is the money coming from? So now I got to reevaluate how I do my business. So,
well, you know, and I'm grateful for what the platform did monetarily, financially. I've always said that, but I've never held back or bit my tongue that I was never given the opportunity to really shine there in all the ways that I deserved after being such a valuable asset to the franchise. And I was never cocky. I could have been. Eventually, I just got tired. I was on my bully shit in a different type of way. Like, I'm not doing that. Give this bitch three episodes, fine. You want me to participate in this little bullshit fake ass relationship this motherfucker got going? Okay, 3 episodes and I'm done with it. Stick me into the next drama because you're gonna do it anyway. If I fight it, it just makes it worse. At least I know what I'm walking into. Give it 3 episodes. So I had to get on my bully shit that way. But either way, niggas was gonna drive me nuts. So whatever. At least now I know what the hell is coming my way. And now I'm free. And God bless me. And it is what it is. But I know that really I was always curious because, you know, you don't have Omarion anymore. You don't have Masika anymore. You don't have Moniece anymore. You don't have, you know, some of your key players. You don't have Soldier anymore. You don't have Nia anymore. You don't have some of the key players that were like the starting point for it ain't me. It wasn't me, it was you. So I always wondered what was gonna happen. You know, they still have Ray, they had Princess, Zell and Paris are great TV, but you don't have your like key players. We were all gone. What does that really look like? How do you fill those shoes? Like, who's better with words than me and Masika?
I mean, yo, listen, at the end of the day, like, people, I don't want to talk about nobody specifically. I just say, like, at the end of the day, people move on and they need to move on. And sometimes things need to end and sometimes things change. Like if you would have ever put somebody in a room and say, yo, you're going to get 5 years out of this or 6 years out of this, and in my case, 13 years out of this, and nobody would have ever thought that. So I take it for what it is. And then you come and be like, yo, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's going to end. Everything ends. The pandemic might have changed things up a lot, made things different, made people look at things differently. But I think that ultimately, it's like a football team, a basketball team. Like, when niggas get good, they leave. Like, you can't keep a nigga on his rookie contract forever. Once he gets good, he leaves. You got to either do right by him or he gonna leave.
Right.
And if you constantly thinking that the platform is bigger than the people that control it, then you're gonna lose the team. You know what I mean? Because you're thinking that, oh, this brand is bigger than the people on it. So we can always replace you. You're replaceable until you start to realize that, damn, I can't replace that nigga. I can't replace her. You know what I'm saying? Because we thought that there was 50 million Monieces in Los Angeles until we started to look for 4,999 of them, right? Then you realize that oh shit, maybe that was a diamond in the rough. Maybe we did. Maybe we, you know. But it's like UPS. Like the turnover in that shit was so crazy.
Whatever.
Whatever.
I'm blessed. You're blessed. You're doing a lot. This nigga, I'm convinced that this nigga's never, Rich is gonna die in a scene one day. Like that. This nigga's never leaving TV. We're going to see Rich. You know the people like that man in Jamaica where they put him in the chair? And then they drove him. Nigga, you didn't see that? It was viral during the pandemic, so he died. The taxidermist stuffed him. They had him in a chair in front of the church. They put him in the truck and drove him around Jamaica. By the time he got back to the church, he was banned from his own funeral.
I seen that shit.
Rigor mortis. Rich gonna be full rigor.
Nah.
I'm convinced.
I actually remember that. Now.
I'm convinced this nigga's gonna be full rigor mortis to the scene. They're never gonna let him go. Till death do they part with Rich and these TV motherfuckers. The way you do it, man. What'd you say, Rich and I were talking about the pandemic, and I actually had to laugh at you because what did you say about, you were like, damn, like you could have been dead in there for 6-7 weeks.
Facts.
And nobody would
ever know until the odor came out that motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about not wanting to leave. Like once we actually had to sit down, because see, I'm a homebody. Pandemic or no pandemic. Like I don't like to leave. It gives me anxiety. But a lot of motherfuckers was used to moving and shaking, and we were talking about Target. And Rich was like, yo, he was looking for shit to do because this nigga so used to being on the move. He was like, I ain't never been to Target so much in my life, just looking for something to get because he had to get out.
I was literally in Target and was in one aisle and be like, damn, I could buy toilet paper today and I could buy some juice. And I'd be like, nah, fuck it. I'll just drink water. I'll buy juice tomorrow because I need an excuse to leave out the fucking house, yo. Like this shit. Yeah, that was crazy. The pandemic was crazy.
I loved it. I was looking at everybody else like, yo, I had the time of my life. My house was looking like Magic City. I remember one time.
This nigga say Magic City.
Yo, I remember one time, me and the homies, we all went. The banks, y'all got to remember, the banks weren't open. So I hit one of the trap homies like, yo, I'm about to collect everybody's shit, digitally. And then I'm going to shoot it to so-and-so, bring me the bread. He's like, what you got going on? I'm like, I'm trying to find some dancers or whatever. So he was like, okay, I'll be there at around whatever time he said he was going to be here. I opened the door. I'm like, who is it? Because, I don't got no doorbell and no peephole. So I'm like, who is it? He say his name. I opened the door, and I damn near had a heart attack. He there. The girls is standing outside, coats open, no one underneath. They ready to get jiggy. So he showed up with the bread and the bodies. And child, this was a Sunday night, right? So all the homies come over. I remember we moved the rug from out the floor. We put the poles up. The bread was all over the floor, right? So I guess they had left some behind. Well, Cam was coming home the next day. So I had my housekeeper come. Cam come upstairs to my room. He like, Mom, I found found some dollars in the couch. I was like, oh damn, my purse must have fallen over. So I guess when he found those, he get to looking. So now he's in all the couch cushions. The nigga came upstairs. He was like, Mom,
like $40.
$67. He like, I counted it. This is 67 ones. I'm like, dang, I don't know how I dropped all that. He was like, yeah, and the rug is missing.
The rug is missing?
Yeah, because we took the area rug
out.
out.
The rug was gone. Right.
So some of the money, when we were sweeping up the money at the end of the night, nigga, the sun was up. I remember being so high. I was sitting in the corner of my couch, and I looked over, and I was like, yo. I looked at my watch. It was 7 a.m. The sun was coming up, and I was like, this is crackhead shit. I can't do it. So I gave my security the keys. I said, yo, you know how to lock up. I'll get the key from you tomorrow. I got to go to bed because it's crazy. Hey, Brittany. Hey, friend.
Who that?
Yeah, I had I had the time of my life during the pandemic. I don't know how niggas was going crazy. Look, every other week, it was banana. Yeah, he was like, the rug is missing. The in here, it was bananas. I'm talking about, it was, if it wasn't that, it was a wild pool party. By the end of the day, everybody was naked. I was like, ah!
Oh, yeah, I got it in. Yeah, I got it in.
Oh, we had so much fun. And I just was like, looking at people like itching to get out the house. I'm like, y'all don't know, like, that's crazy. Like, y'all can't have a life out, like, indoors. Like, y'all don't know how temperature check everybody, have everybody either put booties on their shoes. Like, well, I got a separate entrance and a separate bathroom too. So I was temperature checking people. The minute they walked in the door, they had to mask up. I was Lysoling people.
Who's in the house that you in now?
Mm-hmm. I was Lysoling people. Then they came to this bathroom right here in the laundry room, washed their hands, put the booties on, keep your mask on if you're not eating and drinking, and we were fine.
Yo, you gonna take a picture of my side of the bed and show the people which side of the bed I sleep on?
Y'all, don't put that narrative out. Y'all, Rich came in to film a scene. I gave him a tour. He get upstairs to my room. Y'all have seen my house a million times. Y'all didn't ask me for house tours a million times.
Asking to see my side of the bed.
He jumped on the side of the bed I don't sleep on, which is actually my son's side of the bed. He jumped on the bed in his street clothes, and that's a no-no. You don't get on the bed in street clothes. Talking about daddy's home.
So I get naked. Get in the bed. That's the best. That's the only way.
That is the only way, but he ain't have that opportunity. So don't put that narrative out there. But y'all are gonna love our scene as usual. Y'all are gonna love the episodes with Richie D. Came out, showed the girl love, did me he did me a huge favor.
I did do that.
A huge favor, gave me a dope guest appearance.
I did do that.
Of course, he didn't hold back. You know, Rick.
I don't do that.
Get straight to the point. Nigga, what the hell is the deal? What's going on?
All right, Moniece, you're smacking. You're
it's
smacking.
Ice. It's ice.
What is the deal?
Yo, this nigga gets so annoying. Aaron! Hi, Aaron. My cousin Aaron. Aaron, I gotta call you. I need one more person for my crazy test.
Yo, I'm about to watch the basketball. Call me when you get off the line, because you be on this motherfucker all night.
No, I'm getting off.
All right, hit me when you wrap up.
All right, peeps. Rich is leaving. I'm getting out of here. I was only here for a quick second, so.
Tell Moniece to show y'all my side of the bed.
He ain't got no side, y'all. Y'all know that. He ain't got no side, y'all. He ain't got no side. I know I'm not crazy, Aaron, but we're just going to prove to the world that I'm not crazy, okay? We're going to follow through with the full psych evaluation on camera, and I'm excited for everyone to see the results, and yeah. I'm excited for you guys to see what it looks like when someone takes real accountability, full accountability, and the diagnosis is about them and not someone else. Other people were a very small part of my psych evaluation in terms of the conversations that took place between me and the team of doctors. It was about me, my behavior, my trauma, and yes, there was a small conversation about what I feel had led me to my newest breaking point. Of course, with, you know, a slew of medical records that had been shared. Yeah, so far we don't have a diagnosis of BPD, nor do we have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. And we're just going to seal the deal with a couple more really in-depth tests, a blood draw, a new SSRI test, and a sleep test. So we are going to complete that. And I'm excited for you guys to see the results, not from me, but from the